So I'm not sure if it's an attempt to motivate me. Not that I need motivation to upload content to my channel, but some of my long-time subscribers who have been there for me since day one, in their mind they think they're motivating me by giving me topics and stuff to talk about in Twitter DMs and messages on YouTube, and I'm grateful for it. But please be assured, if the frequency of uploads on my channel has lowered somewhat, it's not because I'm burnt out or I don't want to do this no more. It's because life is getting in the way. That's the only reason, but thank you. But anyway, the motivation, let's call it some motivational topics that I've been given to discuss. I wasn't going to touch upon Death Stranding going to Game Pass. I wasn't going to touch on various PlayStation games going to PC even, or the desire of PlayStation games to go to other platforms by those who are not prepared to support the platform itself. I wasn't going to touch any of those things, but I guess I can't really touch on this subject that's been requested by my subscribers unless I mention those aspects to come to the conclusion and obviously give some context. So let's deal with Death Stranding. Amazing game. Hideo Kojima, a masterclass in game production, development, storyboarding, writing, just ingenious ideas in video games. He had an amazing deal with Sony back when Andrew House was running the ship on PS4 for a game that we knew very little about at the time, but Death Stranding is that game. And it is an amazing game that was shot down by so many who called it a walking simulator, a confusing mess, not Kojima's best game. Kojima fell off with this one. I heard so many negative rhetoric about Death Stranding from all corners of the game community, mostly from Xbox gamers though. But now it's coming to PC, and ironically, not just is it coming to PC, but it's coming to PC via Game Pass, Xbox owned PC Game Pass, and not available or accessible on Xbox One, Series 1, I'm so confused with Xbox One, SX, Series S, X. It's not coming to any of those consoles. And I mean, just look at it. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's already doing Unreal Engine 5 type things. Decima Engine is way ahead of its time. If you look at the foliage and the texture work and the character modeling, it's meta-human already. It's already doing Unreal Engine 5 things. But it's coming to PC with PC Game Pass. Kojima Productions and 505 Games. And let me just put some context behind that. Sony own the IP that is Death Stranding, but 505 Games own the PC publishing rights. Hope that's cleared it up for you. So Kojima Productions and 505 Games are incredibly excited to announce that Death Stranding is launching August 23rd with PC Game Pass. The genre-defying open-world action-adventure game stars Norman Reedus, Mads Mikkelsen, Lea Seydoux, and Lindsay Wagner. Windows 10 and 11 PC gamers can expect such features as ultra-wide mode, photo mode, higher frame rate, crossover content from some very well-known franchises such as Half-Life. So yeah, this is why Phil Spencer had the symbolism of Death Stranding in the background in one of his podcasts, live streams. It was sitting on there, astronaut with the skull, moon landing type thing in the background. And that was just a hint that it was Xbox were in talks over the game, but unfortunately it couldn't arrive on Xbox platforms, the consoles itself, because Sony owned the rights. And people will say, well, they're gatekeeping games from Game Pass, but they've allowed this to go on Game Pass PC. People say, oh, Sony are blocking Death Stranding from going on Xbox. It's ridiculous. Why allow it to go? Well, I've explained. 505 have publishing rights for the PC release. It's up to Sony whether they want to put it on Xbox, and I don't see why they should. They are the ones that funded this game. Why should they benefit Game Pass for Xbox gamers? And they can't put it, if even Sony did allow it to go on the Xbox consoles, it wouldn't look good. Sony has its own rival service, so I don't see how it's going to put it on Game Pass. Very different with MLB The Show. That was out of Sony's hands. Legally, they had to put it, allow it to go to other platforms, and Microsoft had their own negotiations over Game Pass with the MLB organization, whoever they are. So that was out of Sony's hands. But Sony obviously benefit monetarily from, in some form, I don't know, at least they're getting paid some money. So yeah, August 23rd, the beautiful, exquisite, mysterious, enchanting, bridge building, bringing back America, rebuilding America, the game that is Death Stranding, which I purchased day one on PS4. And I have the PS5 update here now, playing in this video as background footage. So yeah, but here's the irony. This game was trashed. This game was trashed by even PC gamers trashed this game, but they weren't as vocal as Xbox gamers, and now Xbox gamers are pissed that it's not coming to Xbox, but it's coming to PC Game Pass. But this is the game you didn't want. You keep flip-flopping, hip-hopping, tiptoe tacking, I don't know what it is you're doing, all these 180s, all these U-turns. I don't know what you're doing. You don't want these one and done walking simulators that are boring open world Sony PlayStation cinematic IPs. You don't want that. You don't want that. But now PC's getting it, you want it. In fact, you don't want any PlayStation games until they are announced for Xbox. Remember Hellblade? That was trashed when it was only on PlayStation 4. But it became amazing, and now the sequel's the most anticipated game in the lineup. Do you know what I mean? You just can't make this stuff up. Where's the same energy? That's why you shouldn't trash games. Because one day you might be playing them on the console that you prefer, or the hardware you prefer. And then everyone else is going to be praising it, and you're going to look dumb, aren't you? You're going to look so dumb. So anyway, I just want to really address the hypocrisy, the outright hypocrisy of PlayStation games coming to other platforms, okay, that allegedly the majority, or at least the vocal majority, did not have no discernible interest in those games. They were trashing those games. Even Spider-Man was trashed. The puddles, oh, it's for kids, we don't care about this game. Xbox is making mature games now. It's like a cartoon. Who cares about? So much defending because it wasn't coming to the platform that they prefer. Now they want Spider-Man. Now they're saying we shouldn't get Call of Duty. We meaning the PlayStation community. Microsoft should keep Call of Duty, hold it at ransom once that Activision Blizzard deal goes through, unless Sony are prepared to give up Marvel's Spider-Man. It's just playground bull. This is what the entitled gamer thinks. Okay, these are not my words. This is the entitled gamer who has no interest in owning or paying for or buying a PlayStation console. PlayStation has never been my preferred platform. Historically, I have always trashed PlayStation consoles. Therefore, I have no interest in buying PlayStation hardware, but I want all its games. You see the hypocrisy there, the irony there, okay? That's what you call an entitled gamer. They will refuse the entire generation to, purchase a console and willfully miss out on games that they want to play purely over a brand, purely over loyalty to a brand. Just consider depriving yourself of incredible games from incredible studios that only release on other platforms. You're depriving yourself because you have undying loyalty, undying fealty to a brand, a corporation. Who is the real sucker? Think about it. And believe me, it's not my intention to offend anybody. I don't wake up each morning intending to offend people with the things I say and do. However, I do refuse to go through life stepping on eggshells because oversensitive, cotton wool people who easily get caught up in their feelings are offended. So if I ever do offend you, and it's not intentional, I'm just speaking my mind, my opinion, I just want you to know that I sincerely do not give a But it never ceases to amaze me how games initially exclusive to PlayStation console, these games that are so-called one and done, boring, same blueprint, cinematic, open world, third person titles, you know, the likes of Ghost of Tsushima, Death Stranding, The Last of Us 2, Hellblade, Detroit Become Human, Spider-Man, God of War, Days Gone, Horizon. Alright, they're not all open world, but you get the point. They're all cinematic. All of these games are one and done. They're begging for them, gagging for them, frothing at the mouth, dying for a Game Pass announcement. But they want them, but they're not prepared to pay or invest in the hardware to play them. And they're not prepared to even buy them if they get released at retail on their console of choice. They want them for free or part of the entitlement of paying for a Game Pass subscription. That's what they want. So for anyone wondering why the excellent Kojima produced Death Stranding is not coming to Xbox Game Pass and only PC Game Pass, is because the IP is owned by Sony. However, 505 Games hold PC publishing rights. Just don't be hypocrites.